Hey everyone, welcome to the best U.S. Mint news channel on YouTube. I'm sonofasilverstacker. Today's date is the 5th of April, 2025, and in this video we're tackling two topics. Number one, did you expect a discount from the United States Mint in regards to their precious metal pricing? And then number two, PNG makes an announcement about all those newspaper articles you always see about your quarter worth thousands and thousands of dollars. But before any of that, if you're new here, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to reach a bazillion subs. It's a tremendous number. Not sure exactly how big it is, though, but it's got to be ginormous. Also, we're always live, never edited, and always unscripted. Try that at home. Now, let's get busy with it. So here you are. Copper ended the week at 441. That's right. Gold ended the week at 30.52.45. That's important for today's show. Silver 29.84, platinum at 938.80, and palladium at 952.15. And an in-stock American Silver Eagle, the premium is now 639, same. But the item total is different. It's 36.23, and the buyback right now for 31.04. And look at that, 29.84. That's $1.20, right? So nothing's changed there. They still want them back. Now over here to the bullion sales at the United States Mint. No new tale to tell for the month of March, which is a head scratcher because really both February and March are looking real lean, and I don't even understand why. Next up, that's going to be here, the Google machine, and I kind of got rid of this because sometimes the AI is just way off. All right, it says your U.S. Mint 2025 pricing grid. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted to see. This is the updated 2025 precious metal price grid from the U.S. Mint. Well, it's not there. And then they gave me this article about how February 3rd, 2025 at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, regular pricing. And that's the commemoratives, right? So we didn't really want that. All right, here we go. 2024 pricing grid of numismatic gold, commemorative gold, platinum, palladium products. All right, so there it is, 2024 pricing of numismatic gold, commemorative gold, platinum, and palladium products. I've highlighted the American Eagle 1 ounce gold proof and the half ounce Eagle. As you can see here, the price stands at $30.52 to $30.99. So the price right now you're going to be paying is $39.50 for the proof 1 ounce gold Eagle and $2,000 for the proof half ounce gold Eagle. Well, I thought that was really interesting. So I went over to the United States Mint and I said, well, is it a discount? Well, look at that. $39.50 and $2,000. It looks like the United States Mint has properly priced their products. But how much did these cost? How much did these gold Eagles cost? I asked myself when they initially dropped. Well, I went over to coinnews.net and there's an article by Mike Unser dated March 27th. About 2 weeks ago now, maybe. It says U.S. Mint sales 2025 West Point Proof Gold Eagles debut. It says lowest start of the series, but let's find out what's going down. Okay, here we go. The 2025 West Point Proof Gold Eagle debut sales started at the initial price, $38.50 and $19.50. $38.50 and well, it looks like they're more expensive now. Yeah, so that gives us the perspective. That gives us, well, we should be asking question as to why that's going down like that. Well, here's your answer. All right. So we're looking at the gold price chart here on the Google machine, and we're here somewhere at 30.56. It says 30.35, but it says 30.56 here. That's all right. Either way. So March 27th, you're looking at 30.90. Well, that's in the price grid, right? 30.90 and 30.56. For here, that price to be $39.50 and $2,000. Well, yeah, didn't really go anywhere. And yes, the day before, it was, well, 31.14 and then 31.50 and so on and so forth. So yeah, it got a little bit more expensive because the price wasn't as high. And we all know that the United States Mint prices their gold on a weekly basis, right? Once per week. So I thought it was really interesting. Thought I might see a discount here, but it was more expensive than the drop date. I'll tell you, it's so counterintuitive. It makes your head scratch. And what's really interesting is, well, talking not about gold, but talking about the silver Eagles. Okay, so we did see a precipitous drop in the price of silver. Okay, we sure did. And what's the price of silver? Well, it's $29.52. It's been up 103% in the past 5 years. And where we at right now, $29.52. And the last time we were at $29.52. And the reason I'm looking this all up is I'm wondering if we'll get a discount. And yeah, I don't believe we will, because the United States Mint in October of 2024 said they were going to raise all their prices for all their silver products. And that's exactly what had happened. And we're still in that territory where I don't think we're going to be seeing a discount on any of the United States Mint silver products. And this, honestly, Could this just be a blip? Could it be like a rubber band stretching backwards, ready for launch? Absolutely. We don't know what's going to happen, but are all of the circumstances the same? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think anybody knows, and that's what's so exciting right now to be alive. It's totally disrupting the status quo, and to be around right now to see the silver futures, the gold futures, copper, all of it. It's just incredible. Now let's get to that second story I wanted to talk about. All right, here we go. Your quarter could be, is what I looked up, and this is the Google machine. This is 19 hours ago. This is 3 weeks ago, 6 days ago, 1 day ago, February 8th. This is 1 week ago. This is September 2024, January 4th. Check your pockets. These quarters could be worth $10,000. Look at this, a $540 million bicentennial quarter. Could this rare coin be in your pocket? If it is, oh boy, Brewster's millions, baby. Now, see, that's something that we all see on a weekly basis, right? You look through the Google machine news, and there it is. Because if you're a numismatist, if you like coins, there might be some stories for you. And those could be some of those stories that you see. So here you go. This is from coinnews.net. April 2nd, that was 3 days ago now. Title of this article is PNG warns public about false claims of $1 million pennies and quarters. And if you've seen any online videos, YouTube, you'll see that some coin dealers actually do warn you against these kinds of claims. It's kind of incredible, actually, that they're so prevalent, right? Recent online stories about pennies allegedly worth $124 million and billion-dollar 1976 bicentennial quarters are either false or grossly misleading, advises the Professional Numismatist Guild, that's the PNGdealers.org, a nonprofit organization composed of many of the country's top rare coin experts. Look at that. Oh boy, look at that. She's got like some kind of like siren's voice there on the 1926 peace dollar. Unfortunately, these clickbait stories and videos with absurdly inflated rare coin values often get picked up by major search engines. The misleading or inaccurate stories raise false hopes to people who may mistakenly think they have a fortune, when in fact their coins may only be worth face value or have drastically less collector value than they were led to believe, cautioned John Feinbaum, executive director of the Professional Numismatist Guild. That's PNG, baby, for consumer protection and education. And that really is ultimately what this hobby is all about. If you see people saying, okay, I got a box of pennies, what do I look for? You should be like, well, look for a book. Look for some education, right? Get yourself the right tools, right lighting, a loop, magnification if you're looking for errors, and so on and so forth. But you don't want to go into it uneducated. And obviously, there's some things you can do without an education. You can put them in date order or by mint mark, right? Those are simple. But to get really down to the nitty gritty, the good stuff, you got to educate yourself. And it's things like the Red Book right here that you see, all right? And it's important to rely on, let me read that over here. For consumer protection and education, it is important to rely only on expert sources like books and magazines, such as longtime hobby, trade publications, and price guides, as well as members of the Professional Numismatist Guild and the PNG Trusted Partner, Numismatist Guarantee Company, NGC, that's the coin grading company, right? Depend on experts when you want coins evaluated for authenticity and market value. Is this an ad? Come on. So that's interesting that they work that in there, right? Numismatic Guarantee Company offers free online price guide, and it's to me, I'm not really a fan of their price guide. I think it's a little bit more difficult to use than PCGS, right? All right, so let's keep on keeping on. Recent headlines that proclaim a rare penny might be worth $100 million, or 1976 bicentennial quarter might be worth $1.5 billion, are pure fantasy. That's exactly correct. The highest price ever paid for a rare coin sold at auction was $18.9 million. And wasn't that the 1933 St. Gaudens sold in June 91? Or not June 91, June 2021? I could be off. Also, some deceptive headlines and stories claiming you might find a certain rare coin in circulation involve genuine coins that have not been produced or pocket change for a century or more. Exactly. If you have that in your pocket change, the cashier that gave it to you, well, I don't even know what to think. And really, cashiers are some of the greatest jobs anybody could have, a part-time just going through all that coins, right? That's incredible. Let's see. PNG President Sego recalled a recent encounter with a disappointed coin owner. Ooh. And has this ever happened to you folks where you've just been misled by an ad on eBay or an article online on the Google machine? Yeah. And because it's on the Google machine, does that give it authority, authenticity? Makes you believe it more? Probably, right? The customer mistakenly believed he hit the rare coin jackpot. Crackpot? No, jackpot, because of a misleading video he watched. Oh, look at that. A misleading video. Well, I think that's irresponsible, right? He thought his 1926 silver dollar was incorrectly made at the United States Mint with severe gouges and now could perhaps be worth tens of thousands of dollars. However, the deep scratches on the coin occurred after the left of mint. That's post-mint damage. And because of that unsightly damage, the coin is now only worth melt value, about $25 for its silver content. And this was probably written about a few days ago when, well, silver was a lot higher, right? So it's probably worth even less now. That's incredible. So at least PNG is addressing this. I think that's important, only because, well, there's so many. It's proliferating. It's everywhere. You've seen those ads. It's just ridiculous. And it doesn't stop. 4 weeks ago, January 5th, September 20, 1 week ago, 1 day ago, 6 days ago, 3 weeks ago, 19 hours ago, and so on and so forth. And it'll continue too. And why won't it stop? Well, because it's sensationalism and people love sensational, and it gives them hope too, right? There's nothing wrong with hope. Now let's go to the plus ones. Got some good ones for you today. I got a brand new plus one here. Look at that. Proverbs 21:29 says a wicked person shows his audacity on his face, but the upright one considers his way. That's right. And I think if we're going to wrap our head around this, what it truly means to me, all right, and I'm going to share it with you, is that a wicked person shows a lack of concern and shame about doing something that might be considered shocking or inappropriate when they are angry. Yeah, that's right. But the just and righteous person, well, they control their behavior, or AKA their passions. And I think that's what it's all about. If we can actually control our passions in this life and our emotions, and use those passions and emotions to actually focus and pinpoint our direction, well, I think we've made it right there, right? Now, with that said, let's bounce over here. I got a whole cool album here for you today. This is Physical Graffiti from Led Zeppelin, and this is an outstanding album. It's an hour and 26 minutes worth of music on this fine Saturday morning. Now, with that said, I want to thank y'all for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you're hearing, see, please consider subbing. The channel's absolutely free. What's not free is, well, is membership. It's $1.99 a month. It's the price of a cheap cup of coffee. Or you can go here, buymeacoffee.com. You can help support the channel that way. Yeah, that's right. You can make a donation. You might be the first person. I don't even know. Stacker out.